Before we get into today's episode, I have a brilliant new resource that I just wanted to let you know about. It is completely free and you can download your copy today. So what am I talking about? It is my complete guide to mapping out your 5K month for your business. In this guide, I share my exact strategy for mapping out and having complete clarity about how to scale your business to consistent months of 5K. I've left all of the details in the show notes. Go check them out and get started with mapping out your consistent months of 5K. How great is that? Okay, on with the rest of today's episode. Hello and a very warm welcome to this week's episode. And it's been a moment since I last recorded an episode for the podcast because at the time of recording, it is the 16th of May, and here in the UK, we've had about 400 bank holidays, and I don't work a Friday, so it means that the last couple of weeks, my working week has actually been reduced down to 3 days. It's been driving me nuts, and just when I thought I was getting back on track, I realised that I've got another 3-day week ahead of me because I'm taking tomorrow, which is Wednesday, off for my husband's birthday. Anyhow, it just so happens I have got space in my diary today to record an episode, so I am delighted to be back to bring you some even more brilliant content where I'm going to be sharing with you my journey from generating months and months and months of 2K to how I shifted that to generating 5K. So let's start there. Let's start at the point of why, as a business coach, do I always talk about supporting women to generate 5K in their business? And the truth is that 5K is one of those numbers, one of those kind of income goals that so many women have, where they're like, if I could just get to 5K every month, it's going to solve everything for me. It means that I can cover the overheads in my business. It means that I could maybe recruit somebody into the team so I'm not doing all the work. It means that I can pay off some debt, pay more into the family pot. We could go on holiday. I could choose to do different things. And 5K is, and this will be interesting because obviously we've had a massive cost of living crisis here in the UK, as many places in the world. But before then, 5K was that kind of amount of money that if a family in the UK was bringing in 5K, whether that was from a single income earner or a double income earner, it kind of felt that 5K was able to lead you to have like a really quite a good standard of living in your life. And as female business owners, what do we want to do? Provide like a really nice standard of living for our family. And so many of us have chosen to do that through running a successful business. So that's why I talk about 5K, and that's why you will see that I support women all the time to get to this point. And the truth is that when you can scale your business to 5K and you can do that consistently, you've got a number of things in place, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. What are those things that you need to put in place to get there? But it also means that you can have a choice then, if you stick at the 5K, 6K kind of mark, or do you actually scale beyond that? And when you are generating consistent months of 5K, it is relatively straightforward to scale your business from that point on. Right, let's go back to 2016 when I had been running my business for some time and I was stuck. Now, stuck I really was. And I didn't just stay stuck for a little while. I stayed stuck for months, actually. So this is very much like a personal story. I've talked about this before on probably in lots of my other content, like in social media posts and maybe even on webinars. But I've never, ever shared it on a podcast. And I just thought, it's relevant. Let's talk about it. So I was running my business. I had been running it for about 2 years as a business coach, and I was busy. I was really busy. I was busy taking action. I was busy working with clients, but my income level was staying around the same mark. It was around the 2K mark. I was doing everything I was told to do, from coaches, course content, just everything I could do to actually tip my business from that 2K into like 3, 4, 5K every single month. So even back in 2016, 5K was that kind of amount that I wanted to bring into my business. And nothing worked. Nothing worked. And I made that kind of like, was it an error? I don't know. Time will tell. But I kind of made that initial knee-jerk reaction that something wasn't working. Therefore, I had to go and buy some more courses to solve this problem. And courses are great, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I sell courses and I support lots of course creators. So I am a big, big advocate of course creations and course undertaking. As we speak, even though I've been in business for many, many years, I am currently taking 2 courses as we speak. So it's that kind of like we're forever learning, aren't we? We're forever expanding. And if you don't, you're probably going to be standing still. But going back to 2016, I was like, right, okay, there's a problem here, so I'm going to buy a course. The course maybe helped a little bit. I can't even remember what I was investing at the time, but I do remember that was my initial reaction, like, this person is promising me this, so I'm going to go and sign up to it. There was 2 things amiss there with that. I believe that you can pretty much get your business to 1,500 to 2K fairly easily without very much intentional action taking or planning. And what I actually discovered in 2016 is 2 things. Let's deal with the first one because that's relatively straightforward, and I've spoken about this a lot on the podcast before. The first one is that I definitely had hit an income ceiling with my mindset. So there was something around the 2K mark that was feeling like a really big deal for me to actually step over that and make more money. And when I actually looked at that, when I actually started doing some money mindset work on that, I realized that 2K was that amount of money previously had been earning in my part-time career. And I'd unconsciously said that when I hit the 2K mark, that was kind of giving me full permission to go full into my business because it proved that I could match my income. But that became an income ceiling for me. And I did some work around that to actually overcome that block, to change my money mindset around that, to remove any limiting beliefs about my ability to make more money than 2K every month. So that's one piece, and it is very important, very significant. So if that resonates, that might be a piece of work for you to do. The second thing is that I realized that I was spending a lot of my time running around, flinging things at my business. And as I said, that was getting me to like the 1,500, 2K every single month, but it wasn't getting me beyond that. And, I had to take a long, hard look at myself and my business and kind of figure out what on earth was going on. And I realised that I had no strategy. I had no business plan. I was like going, oh, right, I'm going to promote this. Oh, I'm going to promote that. Oh, I'm going to do this now. Oh, I'm going to invest in this now. My message is going to be about this. I was flipping all over the place. And not only was it exhausting for me, it was probably exhausting for my audience. Probably like, what is she talking about now? Where are we going now with this? And there was a couple of things within there that really key message that I want for you to hear. The first one is that when you are looking to scale your business, it's about becoming very intentional about that. Now, that might sound like really boring, but it's not. It's like, you want to be creating your success on purpose, and you want to know how you've created that success because you're looking to create it again and again and again. So this is when having a specific strategy in place for running and growing your business is absolutely essential. And the second one is to have a business model that identifies. Now, this is going to sound like the simplest thing. And if you've already got this in place, amazing, well done. I really wish that I had learned this a lot earlier in my business. But in 2016, what I learned was you need a business model that identifies all of your offers, all of your prices, and also identifies that one product that you're going to bring into your business that's going to give you a level of income every single month so that you've got this reoccurring amount of money coming in, so that feast and famine that you may have been experiencing from your business is gone. And when you've got this business model in place, it gives you so much clarity. You can suddenly start to see like, all right, to make my 5K income target, I need to sell X of these, X of those, X of that, or just X of this. And you can make it as simple or complicated. I don't go for the complicated, but as simple as possible. Really, it's about having that level of clarity, because then you can identify, right, what will I be launching? What am I going to be selling in this month? And therefore, what marketing activities do I need to do in order to sell those things? Start to get the picture now. So having this business model, having this strategy really changes everything. It gives you the clarity of everything that you need, your offer, your price, your marketing activities. And if you go back to my first point, you can begin to see what are the limiting beliefs that you might have around generating the money, what limiting beliefs you have around launching, and then you can start to work on that. And what you're looking to do is to ensure that your mindset is in alignment with your goals. And when those two things are in alignment, that's when the magic happens. This is a really common journey. It isn't just a journey for myself. Unfortunately, I do see it play out with lots of other women as well, where they've got to this 1,500, 2K a month mark, and they're running around trying all the different things like I did. And if this is resonating with you, that's fine, because I have an absolutely amazing resource that I have created, because if this is you, I want to get you unstuck from that 2K mark, and I want for you to have complete clarity about how you are going to scale your business to 5K every single month for all of the reasons I've laid out in this podcast. And that resource is my complete guide to the 5K month. And this is going to give you my business model that I use, my clients use, to scale your business so that you have clarity about all of your offers, pricing. And then from that, you can, detract out, your launches, your marketing messages. And within the guide, you also get some additional resources as well that are really going to help you, like mindset stuff, more in-depth information about strategy as well. So go down to the show notes, download that guide. It is completely free at the moment. And I would love to hear from you, like, what were the aha moments that you got when you worked through this? And in the guide, I give specific examples of how you can use it as well. So there's no reason for you to get stuck. It works for online, offline businesses, whatever you have. But if you do have any questions, of course, come and ask me. Post them below or find me on Instagram and just DM me. I am here to help you. It's one of the reasons why I've made it free, is because I really do want for you to get unstuck, because life and business just change so much when you start to get unstuck, when you have that level of clarity. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed today's podcast. I'm going to aim to get this edited and out there before I take another day off. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast before and you want to get next week's episode before anybody else does, make sure that you hit subscribe, and I look forward to speaking to you really soon. Bye for now.